Agency of California, a few years ago, we started getting more and more requests from members just around what resources are we providing around leadership, culture, and kind of looking at how we develop both at the CEO executive level, all the way down to our, superintendents, project manager type folks. And there was just this question around what are we doing to support this kind of leadership development and culture, and really creating the business case for why we need as an industry to be investing in it. And fortuitously, we were invited as Agency of California to participate with one of our great partners, Procore, who was going through, or had just started a program they called Culture Academy. I got to sit through it. My chief of staff was able to go through the program, and it tied a lot into some of the conversations that we've been having with members around a need. And as we were working with our workforce development team here at AGC, who was looking at building some programming, we realized we need to create the partnership because Procore has some great programming. We have some great business programming. How do we blur this together and then bring in the right kind of folks that can help us really scale this for the industry in the state of California and really across the country? And so, we sat down with Procore. Procore then invited Giant to the table, and Maria Guy is with them, and I'll introduce her in a second, to really start developing this program. And then last September, we launched a beta class, 12 companies from California, or 12 people from 6 different companies in California were a part of it. And it was a really solid program in that first 3 months saying, look, we need to take this to scale. They helped us with some critiquing and finessing and feedback, but we're ready to launch this program. And so we're really excited to have this opportunity today to talk to you about Project Engage.
And we have been working on this program for a year now, and we're really excited to bring this to be in partnership with AGC. I have a long history with AGC. I was part of the AGC student chapter at UNM, did the whole Reno trip, where you go and walk through those exercises. And one of the highlights of my career was serving as president for the New Mexico board. Several years ago, I joined an organization called Giant, and Giant is a technology company that is focused on leadership development. And so the pairing of getting to work with Procore and getting to work with AGC to help better the industry feels like coming home to me, to do something that I am absolutely passionate about. I'm passionate about leadership, but I absolutely love the construction industry. So primarily I work with clients that are GCs, subs, architects, and engineers. So I'm very familiar with the unique challenges that the construction industry has, because I've sat in your seat. I've been an executive, I've been a VP when I've had to make some of these decisions. So what we're bringing today is what we have brought from years of experience from so many different people that we feel is what the industry needs right now, and it's going to serve.
Y'all, I'll tell you, Peter's commitment to AGC of California and to construction was a holistic development journey, an experience that really went after not just leadership and culture, but industry and business. So you'll see those two tracks running parallel throughout this entire process. You can see it right here, Project Engage, and these modules that we've built. We believe construction is the best industry on the planet. How do we buoy and fortify and strengthen this industry? We're focused on leadership. We believe that elevating your leadership elevates teams and drives better business. So that's the focus. The process for Project Engage for you, for your leaders that come, it's a bold process, but we're going to own it and we're going to challenge you in this direction. And Maria and I are on the front line of this, not just facilitating it, but embracing it and living it out ourselves. It's information, application, and transformation. And we start with information. Content is critical, right? But you can get content anywhere. If you want to go find a great leadership talk, go get on TED Talk, go find YouTube, you'll find the information. Information by itself, it just creates cognitive engagement. We believe information that has opportunity to really be applied personally is where you start to see shifts. And the shifts that we're looking for, the change we're looking for, is directed towards positive transformation. That's the process we're in. And we're going to be bold about it, and we're going to go after it. The target audience, who are we looking at with Project Engage? It's built with 4 tiers: your executives and owners, your VPs and directors, your frontline job site leaders, PMs and supers, And then your young leaders, early career interns, the people that would be taking over for these businesses. And so that's who we're looking at. And I'll tell you a little teaser. This will be cohort based, groups of 8 to 10 that we will break you out into cohorts so you can actually experience that information to application to transformation. And those cohorts will be based upon leadership segment. We believe safety in your sphere of influence with those that are asking the similar questions, facing the same challenges, that's critical. So we'll have executives and VPs together, or executives and owners and VPs and directors, PMs and supers, early career and interns. And then finally, as we're going through this, who needs to be here? Who needs to join us? Hope it's you. Hope it's someone you know. That's the goal. Okay. So here's the deal. I'm going to start with a visual. Visuals are huge for this journey. And I want you to think about Mount Everest. I love Everest. I nerd out on this, the whole climbing, mountaineering alpine experience. This is the Western Cume route. It's a shot of the Western Cume route from Nepal base camp up to the summit. And we liken leadership development towards ascending Everest. And here's what I mean. You see the different base camps, and a lot of people assume that the journey up Everest is linear, just like they assume leadership is linear. And if you ever go backwards, it's, quote, failure, or it's taking away from the goal, or fill in the gap however you want. But this is an animation of Conrad Anker ascending Everest. Conrad Anker is a world-renowned alpinist. This is an animation of one of his ascent bids. And you see already, he goes up the mountain and comes back. And the parallel here is that it's not linear. And watch how high he gets. Conrad Anker gets to camp 1, comes back down, gets to camp 2, comes all the way back down to base camp. In this next shot, he gets to camp 2, sleeps overnight, moves up the Lhotse face, which is a steep incline, gets to camp 3 over halfway up the mountain, and watch what happens next. Look how close he is to the summit. He goes all the way back down to base camp. The parallel here, and the reason why I'm showing you this, is that Project Engage is an invitation to a leadership journey that is anything but linear. We embrace the ups and downs. We embrace the moments that might feel like failures, but these ups and downs and these moments are actually acclimating us for higher altitudes of leadership.
The journey of how we are going to get there, we're going to use a proven process. I use this process and have been for years, and I see the transformation. So what we're going to do is that we're going to kick off. This is going to start on April 19th through the 21st. We are going to have an in-person kickoff gathering in the beautiful campus of Procore in Santa Barbara. So we're going to have some time together, and everyone participating, and we anticipate about 100 people going through this program. People are going to be broken out into cohorts. Each cohort will be assigned a coach. These coaches are certified giant consultants that will be leading these cohorts. And so they will be going through this experience. So even if you send 2 or 3 people from your company, they will not sit in the same cohort. Everyone will be in different cohorts, and we're going to create those cohorts so that people are with life experience, if you will. So if someone is in that executive level, they'll be with other folks in that same level. And so we're going to kick off the gathering, and then we're going to go for 10 months. There's going to be individual training. There's going to be a platform, technology platform, where people will be able to access information, and then they're going to meet with their cohorts. And this is going to be once a month, where they're with their team. It's going to be 8 to 10 people that are going to be meeting together. You're going to be going through this experience as a group. And in addition to that, each individual will get one-on-one coaching from their coach once a month. So you're watching things on the platform, you're meeting with your cohort, and you're getting one-on-one coaching. And then every quarter, all of us, we will all gather together and we will introduce new content. So what happens in these leadership cohorts? This is the application piece that I was talking about. This is where we unpack what you learned during one of the gatherings and begin to apply it personally to you. And the benefit of going through this with another group is that you're hearing their struggles. You're learning how they're handling some of the challenges that they're having in their leadership. And it is a rich learning experience. It's the one thing that people come back to and say, that was incredibly valuable because I was able to live out and work out what I learned, that information, and apply it. And that's what leads to transformation. I tell my clients, if you give me a year, I would change the way you think a year from now, because you will have tools and ways of viewing situations that you didn't have before. And Peter mentioned that beta. The beta was a 3-month program, and we saw some of that transformation happening already, where people were able to apply what they were learning, and it was impacting all of their relationships. One of the things that used to surprise me when I first got started with consulting was how it impacted people personally in such a profound way, relationships with spouses, children, and then their team. So the content that we're going to be covering has the potential to impact every single relationship you have, whether it's with a client, architect, an owner, your team, or your family. So this is things that are going to be very practical and very usable. So we're going to be doing that for 10 months. And then finally in February, we are all going to come back together in person to celebrate everything that we have learned. And that is going to be in conjunction with the AGC installation gala. And so that's going to be the process that we're going to be following. This is a little bit more detail of what's going to be happening, but essentially it's the same information in a different format. This column, this orange column, this is the content that we're going to be covering in our gatherings when we're together. These 3 are going to be virtual, and then we have the first in person, and then the last session that's going to be in person as well. We've got the cohorts that gather on a monthly basis, the one-on-one coaching. And then as far as the industry skills, these are going to be the topics that we're going to be covering with everyone when we get together. Change management, financial awareness, business development, and DEI and harassment prevention. So these are hot topics that we want everyone, whether it's you're at the C-suite or you're just starting your career, we're going to be covering these topics.
I'm Dina Kimble, President and CEO of Royal Electric Company and a graduate of Project Engage. So Project Engage helps you get to know yourself as a leader. It helps you understand your natural tendencies and how those show up to your team, and really helps you understand how you should customize your leadership approach to the needs of your team. And so I was able to take these tips and immediately implement them with our team at Royal Electric. I was very impressed with Project Engage from day one of the beta program. The content is fresh and valuable, and I really enjoyed getting to know the other people in my cohort group. We all showed up really ready to put the work in and be open with each other, and this promoted a learning environment. In addition, the coaches prompted some real thought and internalization of the content for each of us in our actual situations. Truly anybody would benefit from Project Engage, but specifically people who have a couple of years of experience managing people or teams. I think it's easier to reflect and learn from the material when you've got the benefit of some experience to help you understand that leading people is the hardest and the best work we do in our career. Even the best leaders would benefit from the material. It really helped me take stock of where I'm at in my own leadership ability and where I could improve to continue helping my teams be successful and grow in their careers.
My name is Thiel, Harryman, and I'm Vice President of Operations at Nova Group. Within our industry, every day we're presented with problems and challenges and opportunities. So Project Engage broke down opportunities to stretch ourselves, our fundamentals, and leverage how we network, how we connect, and bringing culture of our organization and industry together, and also a different way to look at solving a challenge or opportunity. Our industry, society recognizes the value of leadership programs. And here at Nova Group, we will continue to support the program and nominate leaders at every level of our organization, from the top down. No matter where they are at their career, there's valuable content that one can pick up, observe, learn, and take away as they go through their career and also to benefit the firm and organization.
We do want to see, our industry respond because they've been asking for this. But, I just hope that you all come with some questions now and really help help you get into a place where you can see where Project Engage can benefit you personally and your companies and the organizations that you work for.